Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello friends, I hope you are all well. Today we are going to do Unit 6, Unity, Faith and Discipline from the book English Language for Class 10, Balochistan Textbook Board, Quetta. So let's start. The Muslims of the subcontinent struggled hard for the creation of Pakistan. برصغیر کے مسلمانوں نے قیام پاکستان کے لیے سخت جدوجہد کی. They had to sacrifice the lives of thousands of men, women and children. انہیں ہزاروں مردوں، خواتین اور بچوں کی جانوں کا نذرانہ پیش کرنا پڑا. They had to abandon their homes, their jobs and their business behind in their march towards a free country. ایک آزاد ملک کی طرف ہجرت کرنے کے لیے انہیں اپنے گھر، ملازمت اور اپنا کاروبار چھوڑنا پڑا. The inspiring leadership of Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah guided them out of countless difficulties. قائد-اعظم محمد علی جناح کی متاثر کن قیادت نے ان گنت مشکلات میں ان کی رہنمائی کی. They displayed their strong belief in the principles of unity, faith and discipline. انہوں نے اتحاد، ایمان اور نظم و ضبط کے اصولوں پر اپنا پختہ یقین ظاہر کیا. These ideals kept their hopes alive against the combined hostilities of the British and the Hindus. ان نظریات نے انگریزوں اور ہندوؤں کی مشترکہ دشمنیوں کے خلاف ان کی امیدوں کو زندہ رکھا. These principles lighted their way when darkness and despair spread all around, and these principles prevented the struggle of millions of people from losing its ways and straying into the desert of defeat. ان اصولوں نے ان کی راہیں روشن کر دی جب چاروں طرف تاریکی اور مایوسی پھیل گئی، اور ان اصولوں نے لاکھوں لوگوں کی جدوجہد کو اپنا راستہ کھونے اور شکست کے ریگستان میں بھٹکنے سے روکا. The ideals of unity, faith and discipline are not alien to the Islamic world. اتحاد، ایمان اور نظم و ضبط کے نظریات عالم اسلام کے لیے اجنبی نہیں ہیں. They are the basic cornerstones of the Muslim ideology. وہ مسلم نظریہ کے سنگ بنیاد ہیں. We owe credit to Qaid-e-Azam for reviving these ideals in the minds of the Muslims of the subcontinent, because he knew that without practicing such teachings they would not be able to achieve the goals of their independent homeland for themselves. ہمارے پاس برصغیر کے مسلمانوں کے ذہنوں میں ان نظریات کو زندہ رکھنے کا سہرا قائد اعظم کو جاتا ہے، کیونکہ وہ جانتے تھے کہ ان تعلیمات پر عمل کیے بغیر وہ اپنے لیے اپنے آزاد وطن کا ہدف حاصل نہیں کر سکیں گے. Unity means oneness, a state of being a single whole. اتحاد کا مطلب ہے کہ وحدانیت، واحد ایک ہونے کی حالت ہے. It rejects differences or breaking into fragments. یہ اختلافات یا ٹکڑوں میں بٹنے کو مسترد کرتا ہے. The Holy Quran teaches us to hold fast the connection that binds us to Allah and to refrain from breaking into different creeds. قرآن پاک ہمیں سکھاتا ہے اس تعلق کو مضبوطی سے رکھنا جو ہمیں اللہ کے پابند کرتا ہے اور مختلف مسلک میں بٹنے سے باز رکھتا ہے. The Muslims of the subcontinent stood fast as one body in their movement for the creation of Pakistan and succeeded in achieving their goal. برصغیر کے مسلمان قیام پاکستان کے لیے اپنی ایک تحریک کے طور پر مضبوطی سے کھڑے ہوئے اور اپنے مقصد کو حاصل کرنے میں کامیاب ہو گئے. Faith means a firm belief, confidence and trust in Allah. ایمان کا مطلب اللہ پر بھروسہ، یقین اور اعتماد ہے. The Muslims have a strong belief which distinguishes them from the followers of other religions. مسلمانوں کا پختہ عقیدہ ہے جو انہیں دوسرے مذاہب کے ماننے والوں سے ممتاز کرتا ہے. They believe in one Allah and the finality of the prophethood of حضرت محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم. وہ ایک اللہ پر یقین رکھتے ہیں اور حضرت محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی رسالت کے آخری ہونے پر. They have their own social, economic and cultural codes of life. ان کے اپنی معاشرتی، معاشی اور ثقافتی طرز زندگی ہیں. The Muslims of the subcontinent needed a separate homeland where they practice the teachings of Islam without fear. مسلمانان برصغیر کو ایک علیحدہ وطن کی ضرورت تھی جہاں وہ بغیر کسی خوف کے اسلام کی تعلیمات پر عمل پیرا ہو سکتے ہیں. They struggled for their belief and won an independent country, پاکستان. انہوں نے اپنے لیے جدوجہد کی اور ایک آزاد ملک پاکستان حاصل کیا. Discipline makes a mode of life according to rules. نظم و ضبط کا مطلب قواعد کے مطابق طرز زندگی ہے. Discipline makes sure that people follow the rules of conduct. نظم و ضبط اس بات کو یقینی بناتا ہے کہ لوگ طرز عمل کے اصولوں پر عمل کریں. The Muslims of the subcontinent showed great discipline during the Pakistan movement. تحریک پاکستان کے دوران برصغیر کے مسلمانوں نے بڑے نظم و ضبط کا مظاہرہ کیا. They followed the instructions of their great leader in letter and spirit. انہوں نے من و ون اپنے عظیم قائد کی ہدایت پر عمل کیا. There was no disharmony in the struggle. جدوجہد میں کوئی تضاد نہیں تھا. They performed their individual rules as parts of a well-oiled machine. Their discipline and efforts bore fruit in the form of our dear country Pakistan. انہوں نے اچھی طرح سے تیل والی مشین پرزوں کے طور پر اپنے انفرادی قواعد کو انجام. ان کے نظم و ضبط اور کاوشوں سے ہمارے پیارے ملک پاکستان کی شکل میں نتیجہ برآمد ہوا. During the September 1965 war, the Pakistani nation showed good qualities of unity, faith and discipline. ستمبر 1965 کی جنگ کے دوران پاکستانی قوم نے اتحاد، ایمان اور نظم و ضبط کی اچھی خصوصیات دکھائیں. The whole nation stood united to face the challenge of the enemy. پوری قوم دشمن کے چیلنج کا مقابلہ کرنے کے لیے متحد. All the men, women and children stood up like a solid rock which the enemy could not break through. تمام مرد، خواتین اور بچے ٹھوس چٹان کی طرح کھڑے ہو گئے جس کی وجہ سے دشمن کامیابی سے ہو سکتا تھا. The soldiers, engineers, the doctors, the businessmen, the poets, the artists, the students, the laborers, in short, all Pakistani worked bravely in their own fields and defeated the enemy. سپاہی، انجینئر، ڈاکٹر، تاجر، شاعر، آرٹسٹ، طالب علم، مزدور، مختصر یہ کہ تمام پاکستانی اپنے ہی میدان میں بہادری سے کام کیا اور دشمن کو شکست دی. There was great discipline in their efforts. ان کی کاوشیں بہت منظم تھی. Life became more orderly during the war than in peace time. جنگ کے دوران امن کے وقت کے مقابلے میں زندگی زیادہ منظم بن گئی. There were no crimes during the 17 days of war. جنگ کے 17 دن کے دوران کوئی جرم نہیں ہوا تھا. The Pakistani nation showed the world that it was a nation of true Muslims. پاکستانی قوم نے دنیا کو دکھایا کہ یہ سچے مسلمانوں کی ایک قوم ہے. Although we were fighting against an enemy that was 5 times more powerful in men and arms, the power of unity, faith and discipline helped us in the successful defense of our homeland. اگرچہ ہم ایک ایسے دشمن کے خلاف لڑ رہے تھے جو آدمیوں اور اسلحے میں 5 گنا زیادہ طاقتور تھا، اتحاد، ایمان اور نظم و ضبط کی طاقت نے ہمارے وطن کے کامیاب دفاع میں ہماری مدد کی. So now let's do its word meanings. Subcontinent means برصغیر. Struggle جدوجہد. Creation تخلیق. Sacrifice قربانی. To abandon ترک کرنا. Jobs نوکریاں. Business کاروبار. Behind پیچھے. March towards کی طرف ہجرت. Free country آزاد ملک. Inspiring متاثر کن. Leadership قیادت. Guide ہدایت. Countless بے شمار. Difficulties مشکلات. Displayed ظاہر کیا، اظہار کیا. Strong belief مضبوط اعتقاد. Principles اصول. یونٹی اتحاد، فیتھ ایمان، ڈسپلن نظم و ضبط، آئیڈیلز نظریات، ہوپس امیدیں، الائیو زندہ، کمبائنڈ مشترکہ، ہاسٹیلیٹیز دشمنی ظلم، لائٹڈ روشن، ڈارکنیس اندھیرے، ڈسپیر مایوسی، پریونٹڈ روکا اور بچایا، اسٹرگل جدوجہد، لوز یعنی ڈھیلے، لوزنگ یعنی ہارنا، اسٹرینگ انٹو میں بھٹکنا، ڈیفیٹ شکست، ناٹ ایلین اجنبی نہیں، بیسک کارنر سٹونز سنگ بنیاد، مسلم آئیڈیالوجی مسلم نظریہ، کریڈٹ صحرا، ریوائونگ زندہ رکھنا، مائنڈز ذہنوں اذہان، وداؤٹ پریکٹسنگ مشق کیے بغیر، اچیو حاصل، انڈیپینڈنٹ آزاد، ہوم لینڈ وطن، دیم سیلفز خود، وننس وحدانیت، سنگل ہول واحد، ڈفرینسز اختلافات، بریکنگ انٹو فریگمنٹس ٹکڑوں میں بٹنا، ٹو ہولڈ فاسٹ مضبوطی سے پکڑے رکھنا، ٹو ریفرین پرہیز کرنا، بریکنگ انٹو میں توڑ، کریڈز عقائد مسالک، اسٹوڈ فاسٹ مضبوطی کے ساتھ کڑا رہنا، موو اقدام، سکسیڈڈ کامیاب، گول مینس مقصد، ٹرسٹ اعتماد، اسٹرانگ بلیف مضبوط اعتقاد، ڈسٹنگوشز ممتاز، فالوورز پیروکار، ریلیجنز مذاہب، بلیو ان عقیدہ رکھنا، فائنلٹی حتمی، پروفٹ ہوڈ نبوت، اون سوشل اپنے سماجی، اکانومک اینڈ کلچرل کوڈز آف لائف معاشی اور تہذیبی ضابطہ حیات، سیپریٹ الگ، وداؤٹ فیئر بغیر کسی خوف کے، وون جیت لیا، انڈیپینڈنٹ آزاد، موڈ آف لائف طرز زندگی، کنڈکٹ طرز عمل، شوڈ دکھایا، گریٹ ڈسپلن عظیم نظم و ضبط، ڈیورنگ دوران، پاکستان موومنٹ تحریک پاکستان، انسٹرکشنز ہدایت، گریٹ لیڈر عظیم رہنما، ان لیٹر اینڈ اسپرٹ دل و جان سے، ڈس ہارمنی بد نظمی، پرفارمڈ کارکردگی کا مظاہرہ کیا، انڈیویژول انفرادی، رولز قواعد، ایز پارٹس آف اے ویل آئلڈ مشین، اچھی طرح سے تیل والی مشین کے حصوں کے طور پر، ایفرٹس کوششیں، ان دا فارم آف کی شکل میں، ڈیئر کنٹری پاکستان وطن عزیز پاکستان، ہول نیشن پوری قوم، ٹو فیس دا کا سامنا کرنے کے لیے، سالڈ راک ٹھوس چٹان، بریک تھرو پیش رفت، سولجر سپاہی، بریولی بہادری سے، اون اپنا، ڈیفیٹڈ شکست خوردہ، مور آرڈرلی زیادہ منظم، پیس ٹائم امن کا وقت، پاورفل طاقتور، سکسیسفل کامیاب، ڈیفینس دفاع. So now let's do its comprehension. Question number 1. Why did the Muslims of the subcontinent have to abandon their homes and jobs? They abandoned their homes and jobs to get a free country. Number 2. What are the basic cornerstones of Muslim ideology? The basic cornerstones of Islam are unity, faith, and discipline. Number 3. What does the Holy Quran teach the Muslims about unity? The Holy Quran teaches us to hold fast the connection that binds us to Allah and to refrain from breaking into different creeds. Question number 4. Why did the Muslims of the subcontinent needed a separate homeland? The Muslims of the subcontinent needed a separate homeland because they were facing hostilities and atrocities of Hindus and British. They also needed a separate country because they needed to follow the way of Islam freely and without fear. Question number 5. How did unity help the Muslims of the subcontinent in achieving their goal? Unity helped the Muslims of the subcontinent, made them as one body, and organized against the enemy. The principle of unity helped them to achieve a separate homeland for themselves. Question number 6. What does faith mean? Faith means to have a strong belief in Allah. Question number 7. What does discipline mean? Discipline means to follow the rules of life. Discipline makes people obey rules and help the people live a life without worries. Question number 8. How did Pakistani nation show the qualities of unity, faith, and discipline during the War of 1965? All of Pakistan stood and fought the enemy together as a team. They used unity, faith, and discipline. Question number 9. Why should we continue to act on the principles of unity, faith, and discipline? We must continue to act on the principles so that our nation must develop quickly, and we can also show that we are a united, dedicated, and well-organized nation. Question number 10. Why are the principles of unity, faith, and discipline more important for students? The principles of unity, faith, and discipline are more important to students because they are the future of the nation. Choose the correct option to complete the following sentences. The Muslims of the subcontinent had to sacrifice the lives of thousands of men, women, and children for the creation of Pakistan, creation of India, creation of China, creation of Turkey. For the creation of Pakistan, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah guided the Muslims of Europe, Muslims of subcontinent, Muslims of Africa, or the Muslims of America. The Muslims of the subcontinent. The ideas of unity, faith, and discipline are new to Muslims, not new to the Muslims, not applicable, disturbing. Not new to the Muslims. The Muslims succeeded because they stood slow as one body, still fast as one body. They stood fast as one body. The Muslims wanted to practice Islam without fear, with people, without dedication. They wanted to practice Islam without fear. Discipline teaches us justice, friendship, certain rules of conduct, no rules of conduct. Certain rules of conduct. During 1965 war, the Pakistani nation faced a much smaller enemy, biggest enemy, bigger enemy. They faced a much bigger enemy. We can become organized without discipline, with playing, with speaking, with discipline. The Muslims have a strong belief which distinguishes them from the followers of some religions, the followers of one religion, the followers of other religions, the followers of great religions, the followers of other religions. There were no crimes during the 17 months of war, years of war, days of war, or minutes of war. 17 days of war. Critical thinking. Nowadays, why is there more need of unity, faith, and discipline in our country? I will do this in the next slide. Writing. Now I will tell you how to write an application. First you write to, then you leave a line and some space, then you write to the person you are sending to. We are sending it to the headmaster or headmistress or principal. Then you will write the school address if you are writing to one of these. Then in the city which the school is. Then you leave a line and after that you write the subject. The subject is application to start sports week. Then you leave another line. Then you write respected sir or madam. If it is a woman, then we will write madam. If it is a man, we will write sir. This will be the main text. With due respect, it is stated that the importance of sports and games in school encompasses more than first benefit of physical activity. Increase in self-esteem and mental alertness make school sports and games necessary for every age child. It is imperative for every aged child to have access to sports and games. It not only empowers youth and promotes higher self-esteem, but also motivates students, especially in school where obtaining certain grades is a prerequisite for staying in the school team. Numerous physical benefits include maintaining a healthy weight, preventing chronic diseases, and learning the skills necessary to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Participating in games, the students or players learn to consider the interests of their teammates and practice mutual respect and cooperation. Keeping in view the above-mentioned facts and advantages, it is therefore requested to start the inter-classes sports and games competitions. We will be highly thankful. You have to write this phrase. Then after that you will write its date. Then you will leave a line. Write it in the right side. Yours obediently, your roll number, then your class. Nowadays, why is there more need of unity, faith, and discipline in our country? This is the most important time for us as a nation to stand fast together, because the situation around us is unfavorable for us as a nation. We are surrounded by a number of enemies, and they are using the modern as a tool for disintegration, destabilization of our country. Pakistan is the national of youth, and our elders have to teach them to observe discipline in all walks of life, live unitedly to defeat the anti-country movements and propaganda as our home. Land Pakistan is the only power of the Islamic world and moving ahead towards a bright future. That's unity, faith, and discipline are the most prioritized of all the youth and adolescents in the country if we want to enjoy a secure future for our future generations. This is your homework. Write an application to the Honorable Minister for Education to introduce information technology (IT) classes at the school level. Vocabulary. Translation. Translation is a skill. Every language has its own rules and requirements. It is wrong to do word-for-word translation. It kills the very spirit and mood of the text. Some tips for translation are: read the text carefully and understand the main theme. Choose appropriate vocabulary according to the text. Idioms and phrases are not literally translated. Translated text must have the same flow and coherence as the real text. Focus on the theme in order to convey the same sense. Examples: we don't say this coat wear and look. We say try this coat on. And in Urdu we say ye coat pehen kar dekho. Attach heart and work. No, we don't say like this. We say work wholeheartedly. Dil laga kar kaam karo. Hot tea, drink slowly. Sip the hot tea slowly. This sip the hot tea slowly is the right translation of garam chai aista piyo. Burn the lights. This is wrong. Switch on the light. This is right. Bijli jala do. Urdu translation. इस कोट के ऊपर कोशिश करो. We don't say this. We say ये कोट पहन कर देखो. Try this coat on. बच्चे को नींद पर रखो. We don't say बच्चे को नींद पर रखो. We say बच्चे को सुला दो. Put the child to sleep. ये गलत है. ये देखें, अपने कोट के बटन ऊपर करो. This is wrong. This is right. ये सही है. ये वाला अपने कोट के बटन बंद करो. Button up your coat. Please put down all that I say. जो मैं कहता हूँ उसे नीचे रखते जाओ. This is not right. We say जो मैं कहता हूँ उसे लिख लीजिए. Number 5. I will do this in the next slide. Translate the following paragraph into Urdu. Unity means oneness, a state of being a whole. It rejects differences or breaking into fragments. The Holy Quran teaches the Muslims to hold fast the connection that binds them to Allah and to refrain from breaking into different creeds. The Muslims of the subcontinent stood fast as one body in their movement for the creation of Pakistan and succeeded in achieving their goal. Grammar. Present and past participle. participle. What is a participle? Participle is a word which performs the function of both an adjective or a verb. So it may be called an adjectival verb or a verbal adjective. Present participle. It is the form of a verb ending in ing, for example, cooking, eating, talking, sleeping, etc. Present participle as part of the continuous form of verb. I am working. Working is a verb and it is in present participle. It contains the phrase, the characters ing. They have been walking. This is also a verb and it contains ing and is in present participle. They will be staying. Translate the following paragraph in Urdu. اتحاد کا مطلب وحدت ہے، ایک جست کی مانند یہ اختلافات یا ٹکڑوں میں بٹنے کو مسترد کرتا ہے۔ قرآن پاک مسلمانوں کو سکھاتا ہے اس تعلق کو مضبوطی سے قیام رکھنا جو انہیں اللہ سے جوڑتا ہے اور مختلف مسالک میں بٹنے سے باز رکھتا ہے۔ برصغیر کے مسلمان قیام پاکستان کے لیے اپنی ایک تحریک کی حیثیت سے مضبوطی کے ساتھ کھڑے ہوئے اور اپنے مقصد کو حاصل کرنے میں کامیاب ہو گئے۔ Present participle as an adjective. Now this word is going to be as an adjective. It was an amazing film. It is an adjective and it is also in present participle. He was trapped inside the burning house. Many of his paintings shows the setting sun. Setting is the adjective and it is in present participle because it contains ing. Past participle. Past participle is form of the verb which is used as a verb or an adjective. For example, climbed, carried, lived, etc. Past participle as a third form of the verb. Examples: he has broken his leg. They have invited their friends to dinner. We have offered our prayers. They are all as a verb in past participle. Past participle as an adjective. Examples: he has a broken leg. That was in as a verb. This is as an adjective. He has a broken leg. उसका पाँव टूटा हुआ है. This one means उसका पाँव टूटा हुआ है and this one means उसने अपनी टांग तोड़ दी. He has a worried look. The doll has a painted face. Make the present and past participles of the following verbs. Base form present participle, past participle. Cook, cooking, cooked. Deliver, delivering, delivered. Swim, swimming, swimmed. Invite, inviting, invited. Announce, announcing, announced. Use the following verbs as present participles and past participles in your sentences. This is also your homework. Climb, finish, motivate, shine, and cry. Order of adjectives in sentences. We follow the following order of adjectives in sentences. First comes the opinion, size, shape, age, color, origin, and material. Opinion. Opinion is how is the object? Is it pretty, ugly, silly, smart, easy, or fun? Size. Is it big or small? And shape. In which shape is it? Is it a square? Is it a circle? Age. It means how old the object is. Color. Which color is it? Origin, from where is it? And material, from what is it made? Examples: a wonderful old Italian clock. First comes the opinion, then the age, then the origin. A big square blue box. Size, shape, and color. A disgusting pink plastic ornament. The opinion, color, and material, they are all in order. Some slim new French trousers. Size, age, and origin. Which sentences use the correct order of adjectives? Mark the correct option. The house is large and white. The house is white and large. The house is large, white. First comes the opinion. If it is not available, then comes the size. And if the size is not available, then comes the shape. They should all be in order. So here the size has come. The house is large. This is correct. The first is size. And we will see if it has a shape. No, it isn't telling us about a shape, not its age, and then its color. So the color is also last. So this will be correct. The house is large and white. We took a ride on a blue old Chinese bus. We took a ride on a Chinese old blue bus. We took a ride on an old blue Chinese bus. This one is right because first comes the age. First comes the opinion. If it is not available, then use the size. If it's also not available, then you will use shape. If none is available, then comes age. So here is the age. It is correct. The first word is correct. Then comes the color. Color is also coming next to age. So this is also correct. Then the origin is coming as it is. So this sentence is correct. I'd like 3 good reasons why you don't like spinach. I'd like good 3 reasons why you don't like spinach. I'd like good reasons 3 why you don't like spinach. This one is correct, the first one, because I like that really big red old antique tractor in the museum. I like that really big old red antique tractor in the museum. I like that old red really big antique tractor in the museum. The middle one is correct. My brother rode a beautiful big black Arabian horse in the parade. My brother rode a beautiful Arabian big black horse in the parade. My brother rode a big black beautiful Arabian horse in the parade. My brother rode a beautiful big black Arabian horse in the parade. The first one is correct. Quotation marks. We use quotation marks to enclose both parts of an interrupted quotation. While using quotation marks, we have to separate the speaker tags with comma. The speaker tag is the part of the sentence that tells the reader who is talking. For example, he said, exclaimed Hashim, the teacher explained, asked Asma, etc. So now come the examples. He said, this is the speaker tag. It is raining. The main text, the text that is spoken by the person is in quotation marks. These are the quotation marks. First comes the comma, then you give space, then the quotation marks. The punctuation means full stop will, if it is a full stop or any type of punctuation, the end punctuation will always come inside the quotation marks. Maryam said, comma, I want to be a doctor. This is the speaker tag and this is the main text. Father said, bring me a glass of water. We can make both of these sentences into interrupted quotations by putting the speaker tag in the middle of the quoted sentence. The speaker tag consists of speaker's name and a speech-related verb. It shows which character is speaking. Examples. I need the car today, my brother said, so I can go to work. Now the speaker tag is in the middle. The text that is spoken by the person will again come in quotation marks. The first part, where the first part's ending, you don't put a full stop, you put a comma, then you put the other quotation mark, then the speaker tag, then you again put comma, then again the quotation mark, then in the last, then you put your last punctuation and then your quotation mark. When you do your math homework today, explained the teacher, remember to show all of your work tomorrow. Rules of using interrupted quotations. Use quotation marks around both parts of the interrupted quotation. Examples. The book, whispered the librarian, is on the second shelf by the wall. When father comes home, my brother said, tell him I'm going to the market. Quotations are separated from the speaker tag with commas. You see, like I told you, for the first half of the quotation, comma, put comma inside the quotation marks. For second half of the quotation, put comma after the speaker tag. Examples. Did you know, comma, asked the teacher, comma, that the whales are mammals? Question mark, full stop, or any kind of punctuation. then your exclamation mark. Follow normal capitalization rules. Capitalize the first letter in the sentence. This is the first letter, so you will capitalize it. Your pigeon flew away, comma, he said, comma, because you left the cage open. The second half of the quotation does not begin with a capital letter unless it is a proper noun or title. A proper noun means like name of a place, of an animal or a person. Examples. Please tell your father, the man on the phone said. Qasim will call you back. In this sentence, Qasim is capitalized in the second half of the quotation because it is a name and a proper noun. And punctuation goes inside the final quotation marks. Did you know? Comma, asked the teacher, that hard work is key to success. When your brother gets home, comma, my dad yelled, tell him I need to talk to him in my office. Fathers use quotation marks in the following sentences. Father said, comma, quotation mark, I will come to your school tomorrow. Then end of the quotation mark. Students. The word students will come in quotation marks, and then the comma. Mr. Sadullah instructed. Then the quotation marks. Please line up at the door. I need the car today, my brother said, so I can go to work. My dear, asked the mother, will you prepare lunch today? So that's it for today's lesson. Subscribe our channel Computer Education Pakistan. Like this video if you enjoyed. Press the bell icon so you can get our latest notification. And also like our Facebook page Computer Education Pakistan. Allah Hafiz.